This is a strange one, isn't it? The fact that he's decided to turn it down even if he were to get offered the job, which of course he's not. Yeah, why do you think he's taken himself out of the race?
Well, I'm going to start calling you Mystic Goldstein, because you did say last night that Mauricio Pochettino was the favourite, when at that stage Nagelsmann was very much still part of the conversation. But as you say, we're hearing only in the last half an hour or so from the Nagelsmann camp that he is no longer part of the process to be the new Chelsea manager. I think the feeling is that he didn't really want to go through a thorough process. He wanted to be given the job and didn't want really any great competition. I'm told also there were one or two sticking points during his conversations with Chelsea where the two parties couldn't see eye to eye. So in the end, he's moved on, and Chelsea seemingly have moved on as well. Mauricio Pochettino now the favourite, certainly in the eyes of the bookmakers. As you mentioned, Vincent Kompany is part of the picture as well. And there is a fourth candidate. We don't have the identity yet. All we're being told is that it's somebody who's well respected, well liked at the football club. So maybe one or two more twists in this saga as well.
Potter.
But I have to say, we spoke about this on the Game Day podcast this morning. Sam Matterface, very close to what goes on at Chelsea. He was always quite sceptical about Nagelsmann, just because the baggage that ultimately called time on his career at Bayern Munich, just because of how demanding he is. He was never convinced that Nagelsmann was quite the right fit for Chelsea at this moment in time.
Couple of questions, Crookie. First one, if they were to be in the hunt for Vincent Kompany, is that not Potter all over again? Because someone who's inexperienced at that level, I know he played for Manchester City, he's a fantastic captain, but managing players of that level, that might be an issue. And also, do you think it makes more sense for Chelsea to appoint maybe potentially Poch because of his Premier League pedigree?
Yeah, and what I can tell you, and again, we talked about this on the podcast, is that if Pochettino is offered the job, we understand he would be willing to accept it. He believes that actually there's a good squad of players there. Maybe if they can add a centre-forward and a world-class goalkeeper, that actually Chelsea are not as far away as the league table suggests from being able to challenge right at the top end again. So that's certainly one to keep an eye on. I think you're right about Kompany, and I'd be sceptical about that for those reasons. I think if you hire one unproven elite manager and it goes wrong, you can be given a pass. If you make the same mistake for a second time, and again, it was to unravel for Vincent Kompany, I think then they might be in danger of looking a little bit incompetent, these Chelsea owners. So as we sit here tonight, and as I say, we still don't know who this mystery fourth candidate is, I would say it's good news for Pochettino. Isn't it? The Nagelsmann's out of the running. It has to be.
I think so. Any idea when Chelsea will actually make a decision on this?
Well, they're not in any rush, I don't believe, because the season is over, isn't it? It ended with that Champions League defeat against Real Madrid. They can't qualify for Europe, despite what some Chelsea fans are saying on social media. They're not going to be dragged into the relegation battle, so they are going to finish bang in the middle of the table. And I think all along, actually, Todd Bowley and his co-owner and the two sporting directors, they've wanted to do a proper process. And if Nagelsmann isn't willing to be patient and go through that process, then maybe he isn't the right man.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.